Okay, give us
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, everybody. Give us just a couple more minutes. We're going to give some time for the other folks to join us.
All right, the panels, and then there's the chat.
Yeah, and here we are.
Okay.
Whoa. This is going to be so fun.
It is.
We're so excited.
Hi, Crystal. Hi, Holly.
Hey, Karen. Hey, Missouri. Did I say that right? Oh, wow. Lots of folks. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Hannah.
Hi, Jen.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Yeah, this is exciting.
Yeah, this is going to be super fun. It's going to be super fun. We'll give it just a couple more minutes for the rest of these folks to join us, and then we're going to get started.
Cheers.
Cheers. This is going to be great.
Hi, Molly. Thank you, Sarah. We clean up on occasion.
Occasionally. This is the most dressed up you will ever see us. So yeah, usually it's ponytails and yoga pants, but actually we're wearing yoga pants at the moment.
We are wearing yoga pants.
That's how we roll.
Work on the top, party on the bottom.
That's right. Excellent. We are so excited too, Molly. We're really glad that you joined us. And yeah, we're happy you're here too, Jen. What do you say there, sister? Should we get this party started?
Yeah, it looks like, oh my goodness.
Yay.
Oh yeah, that's awesome, Molly. I'm glad you follow us. So many of you guys are following us from YouTube, and that's fantastic.
Yeah,
we're super pumped to have you.
Yeah, and we love hearing from you guys. I know we say this on like every video, but we've received like the sweetest messages and phone calls and emails with people's questions and the most, genuine feedback, and it's really rewarding for us. So we hope that you guys will continue to stay in touch with us.
Yeah,
we love it. We love
it
from you.
All right, so let's get started. Y'all, we're just gonna go ahead and tell you right off the bat, we have printed materials because we have so much to talk to you about, and we only have 1 hour.
Yeah.
So forgive us if we're reading. We're gonna get better at this. Thank you for joining us and learning with us. We're learning too.
Yeah.
We're learning the technology. We got the home staging down. It's the technology stuff.
This is stepping out of our comfort zone.
Way out of our comfort zone. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. So if you see us looking down and reading, it's because we are.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we don't want to miss anything. We don't want to forget to tell you any of the important things that we've come up with.
Right.
So
hi, Paige. Hi, Karen. Hi, Katrina. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, we're super pumped. Got a full house. It's gonna be great. So,
all right,
let's get started.
Okay.
Let me see where we are. Whoop. And there we go.
So hopefully you guys can see us. We have our screen share on so that you can see the slides. And then hopefully you're looking at Erin and I live in that little 2-inch box. You can make us bigger if you want.
At your own risk.
At your own risk.
So,
all right.
Okay. Well, guys, in case you didn't know, I'm Erin.
I'm Jenny.
And we are Revisions Mentor.
We're super excited that you guys are with us today. Thank you for tuning in. We are going to keep you for 1 hour. We're going to stay as close to that as we can because we know your time is valuable. And as a thank you, we have a little bonus gift for you. We are going to share with you a 20% off coupon for an app that we use that saves us loads of time and energy. It's a coupon to the Light and Airy app, which is how we do our photography.
Yes, this thing has been a godsend. It has saved us so much time. In the beginning, we were taking photos with the DSLR and then uploading it to Lightroom and then doing all these edits. And it was so time consuming. And when we discovered this app, now we can do these awesome before and after photos. We don't get any kickbacks for using this app or sharing it with you. We just love it so much. And they've given us permission to give you guys a coupon code. So if you wanted to use it to download these presets onto your phones, then you can take photos with your iPhone or your, what's the other word?
Android. I use an Android.
I use an iPhone.
It works on both.
It does. And it makes those like light and crisp and bright and airy photos that we love so much.
Yes.
So, yeah. If you've ever seen our website, revisionsofwilmington.com, you'll see what the photography looks like. And it's totally worth the investment.
It's totally worth it. And it's all of our website, all of our social media posts are all done from that app. It takes literally seconds. You're going to be able to do it yourselves, and it's going to save you tons of time and money. So
That's right.
if you want that cool freebie, stick around to the very end, and we're going to give you that coupon when we get there.
That's right. So guys, don't worry about taking extensive notes through this workshop. We're gonna help you get a copy of the slides when it's over, and we'll send it to you when it's done.
Okay. All right. So let's get started. We want to jump right into the meat and potatoes of this thing because we have a lot to talk about in a short amount of time. So what we're going to do today with you guys is walk through the actual steps and strategies that Erin and I use to do a home staging consultation. We're going to show you exactly the way we do it. So we're giving you this because we want you to have the knowledge and the confidence to be able to go out and get started with your own clients tomorrow, today. You could do it today.
Yeah, so this is our promise to you guys. We have you covered. We're going to give you the strategies that we have developed to help you stay organized and look professional. We're also going to give you correlating talking points and a script so you'll know exactly what to say and when to say it and how to handle, kind of those difficult conversations. And then we'll tell you what to say in your follow-up correspondence with your realtor or with your clients. And we're going to take all the guesswork out of this process for you.
We've got our own strategies to share with you. And the truth is that we developed this out of our own personal need. So what you guys are getting from us are our own hard-learned lessons. These things are tried and true. They're the lessons that we've learned ourselves the hard way, unfortunately. But hindsight's 2020. Exactly. We're going to share all of the things that we've learned with you to hopefully save you some of the hardships. Save you some of the time that we spent working out the kinks. Time is money. Yeah, I will say that again.
The anxiety.
Yeah.
That anxiety of having to shoot from the hip, and show up and having to think on the spot. We're going to help alleviate some of that with this training.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So we're going to tell you just a tiny bit about ourselves as we navigate our technology.
That's right. I am Erin Sullivan.
I'm Jenny Phillips.
Yes, and we are the owners of Revisions of Wilmington. We're a home staging business in Wilmington, North Carolina. We've been in business for over 4 years, and we developed this program, the Revisions Mentor YouTube channel, and all of the things that come along with that to help other entrepreneurs who are just getting started out, just like we did,
right,
4.5 years ago.
Yeah, has it been that long?
Yeah.
It goes fast.
Yeah.
Erin and I have staged well over $15 million worth of real estate in a couple of years' time. Yeah. And like I said, we've learned a lot during that process. But just to give you the quick synopsis, our home staging business encompasses a couple of things. Primarily we do the staging, but we also do some spin-off of that, which is some turnkey staging design work for vacation rental properties. Mm-hmm. And then we also offer a support service for those vacation rental hosts. So we provide those people with resources and expertise on how to get the most out of their hosting experience, which translates to how to make the most money, really. So
yeah. Exactly. And we've learned lessons through this learning as you go, the baptism by fire kind of thing. And from this, we've developed a strategy that ensures that our clients get the best possible service. And we found that organization is absolutely critical if you want to come across professionally and you want to succeed in this business.
Yep. And we're going to teach our strategies to you today. Erin and I have mentored an awful lot of people who want to start home staging businesses or who are just starting out, but don't really know, what to do or where to start. It's a lot. It can be super, super overwhelming. Mm-hmm. Home staging consultations are one of the easiest ways to kind of start in this industry. Mm-hmm. And the reason that we created Revisionsmentor, which really our start on YouTube, is that we wanted to be able to offer people exactly like us who are just starting out resources, tools, support, community. You guys, yeah, ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah. You all, you know, we built this community for you guys, but Erin and I were having this conversation yesterday, right?
Yeah.
You all have become such a community for us. We are learning tons of stuff from you, and your questions, they drive our teaching. So it helps us understand what you need to know. It's just turning out to be a beautiful community for us, and we hope for you as well. So
super rewarding. Guys.
Yeah,
it really is. So
okay.
here, whoa, go back. Sorry. All right. So here is why this training is important for you today. We've helped tons of people get started on their home staging business, and we use this home staging consultation formula. It'll give you the confidence you need to show up on that job site, to give your clients a perceived higher value for the services that you're providing to them. And in fact, you'll be so thorough in your walkthrough that your clients and your realtors will thank you for putting their house in the best possible light, and help prepare it to put it in the best possible condition prior to putting it on the MLS. And ultimately, you, your realtor, and your homeowner had the exact same goal. You all want to sell this house for the absolute highest, for top dollar, right?
Right.
And so what happens is these little tiny details, if they're overlooked, the buyer is walking through and they're mentally deducting, if they see things that are obviously in need of repair, they're mentally deducting how much they're going to offer based on like, wow, I got a lot of work ahead of me, you know? So, you know, you're going to help eliminate those negative perceptions. And then the other kind of subliminal message that's sent to buyers when there are obvious repairs that are overlooked is that perhaps the house is not cared for on a deeper level. So if you can make it as immaculate as possible, you're sending the message to the buyer that this place is pristine. These people are on it. They are taking care of this house. I'm not going to have to be stressed about like major plumbing issues or, you know, other things that could show up in the home inspection report. But,
right.
but at least you're going to paint a real pretty picture. For walkthrough.
That's your job. It is your job to get this house in, you know, the most money for this house and in top condition. So we're going to show you how to do it. This is an easy system for doing home staging consultations. And we're hoping to give you the boost that you need so that you can take on your own clients. So, and I'm just going to go ahead. Molly wants to know if we're sisters.
No,
we feel like it.
We're friends. We used to be neighbors. Now we're business partners. So,
and friends.
And we have so much fun together.
We do.
It's ridiculous.
All right. So let's get right to it. Enough of the small talk. Let's talk strategies.
Yeah. So guys, we're going to be sharing 3 of our tried and true techniques that we use for home staging consultations. You can use these techniques. So when you walk into a consultation, you'll have the confidence to wow your clients, whether it be the realtor or the homeowner or the builder who you're working with. And the proof is in the pudding. When you followed our steps and you get through this walkthrough and the homeowner follows through with the tips that you give them, then you're going to be showing the house in the best possible light, and that homeowner is going to be rewarded financially, and therefore they're going to be very happy with you.
That's right. Okay. Strategy number 1.
Ready?
Boom. Cheat.
That's it. We said it.
We could go a lot of directions with it.
We could, but we're gonna stay professional.
We're gonna try to stay professional.
We're not making any promises. But.
All right. Let me explain what we mean by cheat. This process is really involved and it's really cumbersome, the consultation process. So what we want to say to you is it is okay to cheat. And by that we mean take notes. By that we mean use cheat sheets. By that we mean come prepared with a list of things that you need to be looking for rooms. It's vital that you do this. Let's tell them why.
Yeah. Okay. So no matter how many times we do staging consultations, I mean, we've done a couple hundred of them.
Yeah.
You go room by room by room and you're looking at such ornate detail and you're going over so much information with the homeowner, and you're also trying to carry on like a polite conversation. Inevitably you're going to forget something. So if you're not writing it down, you know, you get weary as the time goes by and you're having all this conversation. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but over time I get tired from, you know, the chatter and the walking, and, you know, it's a big house. And by the time you get to that last room, you're kind of out of steam.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, don't worry about showing up and being perceived as unprofessional if you show up with like a checklist or a cheat sheet, because it's going to keep you organized. It's going to increase the level of service that you're providing to your clients. And, you know, don't feel ashamed about taking notes during your walkthrough.
Yeah. You know, to be honest, Erin, I'm just thinking back to some of the first consultations that I did. And I was concerned that I might look unprofessional if I was using notes or if I was writing things down. And I had this idea that if I, you know, really knew my stuff, that I was going to be able to have it all retained in my memory. There is no possible way that you can do that. Take it from us, we know.
Yeah.
You are literally going to be walking through every single room of this home, not only on the inside, but you're going to be doing a full assessment of the outside of the home when you do a consultative visit. You are going through every room and every space with a fine-tooth comb, and it is not possible to retain all this information in your big, beautiful brain.
Right.
So you are not going to appear unprofessional if you're writing it down. If anything, I think we believe strongly that you're going to look more professional, more organized, more put together if you're taking notes.
Absolutely. And guys, like, communication is key. We know this, right? Those soft skills. Having a conversation about a homeowner, about their personal belongings and their personal taste and style choices. Like, how do you do that without offending them? Right?
Yeah.
There are so many factors at play here. You know, they may have lived in this home for a very, very long time. You know, they may have raised their children here. They've been here for 30 years. There's a lot of sentimentality and there's a lot of attachment. So, you know, you have to be, it's delicate the way that you approach some of these issues.
Yeah.
They've made design selections and decor selections that they might happen to love, but it may have taken place in 1984. And it's very clear that that was the design choice in the period of time that it was done. Right. They're proud of their home. It's their personal space. It can be a really touchy subject, right? So it's important to articulate from the start that this is not a criticism of their personal taste, that the ultimate goal is to make this home, it's no longer their home, it's now a commodity and it's worth money. And if you follow through on our suggestions, then this home will be worth more money.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah.
I'm glad that you mentioned that. Let's talk a little bit about how to have those, you know, how to do that communication, because it's hard when you're at this consultation visit. You're going to run into these situations to figure out how to say to a client, you know, your design choices from the 1980s are not going to translate well to your buyers. So yeah, Erin's got a really cute acronym for it, which we'll maybe like leave for another day. But the idea is we look at it as sandwiching. We sandwich the suggestion. It might actually be a criticism, but it's truly a suggestion for improvement for the home for listing. We sandwich the suggestion in between some compliments. So for example, let's just say, let's say that you've started your consultation on the outside of the house and, you know, you're noticing that the front door's got peeling paint. You know, maybe the house numbers are rusted. The light fixture in the exterior foyer hasn't been cleaned since 1984. You know, and you know, this needs to be addressed rather than jumping in and saying, you know, you need to paint your door, blah, 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 which can feel aggressive and put your homeowner on the defense. You sandwich that with a compliment. So what I might say is, hey, Bob, I can see that you spent a lot of work on the landscaping around the front of your house. The edging looks great. I love the new mulch. That looks beautiful. I think if we just went ahead and maybe put one coat of fresh paint on your front door and spruced up the fixtures and the numbers, this is going to look beautiful from the curb, and it's going to be that curb appeal that you want your buyers to have when they pull up and see a bright, shiny, fresh new entrance. So
Exactly. And remind them that this isn't about their personal taste. It's not about our personal taste. It's all about the target audience.
Yeah.
Right. It's about making it as broadly appealing as possible. So the more people you bring into that house, the more likelihood that you're going to get a great offer, right?
Yeah.
So, and then take your notes, write as much detail as possible, because I promise you, when you leave that job site and you get home to send your follow-up email, you're going to forget things, and it's going to be frustrating. So minimize those frustrations by taking really detailed notes during your visit.
Yeah.
And you won't regret that.
No, you won't regret that. And, you know, we actually physically work with, you know, our own paper and pen checklist system, but we're also doing things in terms of cheating, like taking photographs of the spaces. We're taking videos of the spaces. Of course, you want to ask permission to do that, but that is an invaluable cheat tool for us. When we get back to our desks in the very unlikely event that we forgot something. Who am I kidding? We forget things. We have those photos and that video to refer back to if we need to. And because Erin and I are often doing lots of projects at the same time, we need to be able to look back at video to say, oh, that's right. I forgot to mention to Bob that we want to, you know, maybe paint that space or consider some different colors, you know, whatever it might be.
It'll jar your memory.
Yeah, it'll jar your memory.
Yeah, and then in the event that you are going to be physically staging the space, whoop, my microphone fell, y'all. Oh. This is the fun of live video. Sorry guys. Okay, can you hear me now? So in the event that you're going to be bringing in your own staging inventory, it really helps to have video and photography, especially video for us, because it kind of helps us remember like the entire space. Like, oh, I remember, you know, you can take a picture of a bay window, and then when you leave the space, forget like, oh, were there walls on each side? Does it need art there? You know, so if you take a video of the whole room, then you have a better understanding of kind of the whole spatial orientation, and it'll help you remember in the event that you are bringing in staging materials of your own after they've prepped the house. Right. Yes.
All right. So that's strategy one. I think we've kind of covered all our bases there in terms of how to cheat.
How to cheat.
Have we missed any?
In a good way.
In a good way.
In a good way. All right. So number two.
All right. Strategy number two, prepare your client. Basically what we're looking at here is front loading your client with all of the information that you can possibly give them so that they are ready for you. And again, we've learned from experience, the better that you prepare your client for what's going to happen on the day of the consultation visit, the smoother the day is going to go for them. So, and for you, the smoother it's going to go for both of you. This means doing call aheads and explaining exactly who you are, exactly what your goals are in terms of this consultation visit, and exactly what you're going to do on the visit itself. You want to give them as much information as you can up ahead so that they're prepared not only physically for what the day is going to entail, because it's a couple hours that you're going to spend together, but you also want to prepare them mentally for what is to come. And let's talk about that.
Yeah, definitely, guys. So preparing them in advance by explaining that your ultimate goal is for them to make more money is critical. You know, you tell them, I want you to sell your house as quickly as possible, and we're going to help you get there. And make sure that they understand that your role is not to criticize. Our role is to be detailed and detail oriented, or else we're not doing our jobs effectively, right? And it's for their benefit. When they sell the home, because they followed through on all the things that we've asked them to do, then they'll understand that we're doing this all with their
best interest.
Thank you, at heart. and it'll also help them digest the level of information that you're about to throw at them.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So first, we suggest that you have a discussion with your realtor prior to meeting with the homeowner. See if there are any kind of like sticky subjects, sticky topics that they've been worried about, or, you know, that maybe the homeowner was a bit resistant to suggestions that the realtor may have made, and they need that reinforcement. Like, I think that, you know, it's really important that they paint, because, you know, I mentioned it to them, they don't want to go through the trouble, but I think if you girls will talk to them about, you know, updating their paint, it will translate well in photography. So then we can go in there and reiterate what's important to the realtor, because the realtor is a professional in real estate. And so we want to provide that service to them and make sure that the homeowner is doing the things that are most important so that they will get top dollar for their
right.
home.
Yeah, and this is such a valuable service, right? That you're doing for that we're doing, that you will be doing for the realtor. Realtors don't love to have the hard conversations any more than we do.
Right.
So when a realtor has hired us, it becomes our responsibility to have the hard conversation for the realtor. And this makes your service invaluable to that realtor. So you got to be willing, to do it. And exactly what Erin said, find out exactly what the realtor's concerns are. If the realtor is worried that the house, maybe the family has a couple of pets and the realtor said, all I smell is, wet dog when I enter the front door. Right. The realtor does not want to have this conversation with the homeowner because it's a sticky subject and she does not want to jeopardize her relationship with the client that she's going to be working with for the next, 2 or 3 months in the process of selling the home. So she calls us. She is going to call you and she is going to ask you to have that hard conversation about the wet dog. It is your job to find a way to sandwich the wet dog conversation between compliments and get it done. But if you can do that, and you will do that, because we're showing you how, if you do that, your service will be invaluable to your realtor and you will show your value and you will show your worth.
Exactly. And just to piggyback on that, like when you have the conversation beforehand with your realtor, that gives you some time to mentally prepare for, okay, they have a dog, it's a big dog, they like their dog. How can I approach this topic gently? So that gives you some time to kind of brainstorm and think of ways that you're going to approach this subject with the homeowner.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
So just to kind of give you an idea of what an initial phone call might sound like then to the actual client, it's really simple and straightforward, kind of maybe what you imagine. We just call up, and say, hi, hi, my name is Jenny. I'm with Revisions of Wilmington. I spoke with your realtor, Barb, this morning, and I'm going to come out to your house. What I'm going to do is help you figure out how to best get top dollar for your listing. I want to schedule a time with you that's convenient for you. When I get to your house, we're going to spend an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours together, walking through the spaces. We're going to address your concerns. I'm going to share some of my thoughts and ideas. I'm going to provide you with everything that you need when we're done on the day of our visit so that you can take the next steps towards listing your home for sale.
And guys, this is when you need to show your enthusiasm for staging, right? Like your energy is going to rub off on them. So if you show them like how much you believe in this process and how, the things that we're going to do during this meeting are going to make your house stand out even in a super competitive market, and let them feel that enthusiasm, let them, show that personality, because that really, it inspires people and it also puts them at ease about the work that lies ahead.
Yes.
Yes.
And that is the whole point of this strategy, to put them at ease by preparing them, front loading them, giving them everything that they need.
Exactly. And then during your initial phone call is when you want to discuss your fees. You could say, we accept checks, money order, PayPal. We can invoice you in advance. Or if the realtor is paying for the service, we have a handful of realtors who just hire us to come in as part of the services they provide to their sellers to do that consultation. Then you explain that to them. This is no charge to you. This is something that, Barb is providing complimentary to you to get your house ready for the market. And if they are paying you directly, this is a good opportunity to kind of prepare them, say, well, I can pick up payment at the time of the meeting if you prefer, or I can send you a PayPal invoice and you can just pay with a credit card over the online. And the other thing that kind of helps you jar their memory when you finish your meeting is have a printed copy of your invoice ready to hand to them when you finish your consultation. And that way it's kind of a polite way of saying, like, here's your invoice. I'm ready for my payment, without having to say it.
Nudge, nudge.
Nudge, nudge.
It's important that you get paid. Your time is valuable.
Exactly.
So, okay, so we've done the preliminary phone call to the realtor to suss out what we need to be looking for. We've done the preliminary calls to the homeowner themselves to sort of prepare them for what's to come. Then you're going to do it all over again when you arrive on the day of consultation. And to just kind of give an example of what that conversation is, again, you're just sort of explaining to them what you're going to do with them while you're there that day. And it's really simple. You know, I might say, you know, thanks for having me. I'm really excited to be here. I understand that you want to get top dollar for your listing when you put your home on the market. And my job is to help you best figure out how to get the most money for the sale of your home. We're going to figure that out today. I'm going to write it all down for you. There's no need to take notes.
Exactly. And then what I say when I arrive to the job site to kind of give them a little bit of to ease their anxiety a little bit is I say, listen, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to tell you everything that I have to tell you, and I'm going to be as detail oriented as possible. And you can take my advice as far as you want to. I'm going to give you suggestions, and if there are repairs that need to be made and you're not a DIY kind of guy, then I will give you our vetted and insured and licensed contractors who can help you. So if we say we think that you should paint a room, we're also going to provide one of our trusted contractors as, you know, a referral if that kind of repair needs to be done.
Yeah.
So that's, you know, we're not only going to provide you with a list of problems, but we can also provide you with a list of solutions.
Yeah, thank God, right?
Yeah.
And then remind them of what you're actually doing during your physical time there that day. You know, remind them, we're going to be walking room by room together. We're going to go through the outside of your home. We're going to go through the inside. I'm here to address any concerns or questions that you might have. So please ask me if you aren't sure about something, or ask me if you have ideas about what you think you want to do in terms of any repairs or changes that you might have. If you tell me that you want to remodel your entire kitchen before you put the house up for sale, ask me that, because I might suggest to you that is not, you know, the best way to, you know, utilize your resources at this point. And it might be more money and more time than it's worth. Ask me those questions. And then I just say, just like Erin said, you know, I'm going to give you my thoughts. I'm going to give you my suggestions. You, as the homeowner, can feel free to take my suggestions or leave them. It's entirely up to you. If I see something that you and I can improve on today while we're here, let's just go ahead and do it. And this is something that we do a lot, right? Especially if Erin and I are doing a consultation visit together. And just so you guys know, we do them together, but most of the time we do them separately. Either I go on my own or Erin goes on her own. So you, if you are doing this as a one-man show, you can do this on your own. It's without any difficulty. It's easy. But we'll just say, we can look at the living room and know maybe we need to, you know, just move the couch to a different wall and then get an extra chair out to improve the space and the flow of the room. We'll do that right there on site during the consultation visit if we have the manpower. That usually means, like, if one of the homeowners is capable of helping us, or if we're both there.
Or even small things like moving lamps from this table to this table. This makes more sense here. This makes, you know, doing the small things while you're on the job site, you know, is also very helpful. Yeah.
Sometimes we take down curtains. Sometimes we rearrange artwork. You know, have your toolkit there with you. You know, you keep in mind, this is about a 1.5 to 2 hour process. So you don't have to get entirely crazy, but it's nice if you can do a couple of little physical things for the client while you're there. That little effort goes a long way in the client, to the client. In my mind, it really does.
Yep. If there's time for it, to, you know, to stage some bookshelves for them or something like that, go ahead and do it. You're there, right?
Yeah.
The other thing that you want to have, a piece of information that you want to have before you go into your staging consultation, is when is this house planned to be photographed to be listed on the market? Because that's going to set some time constraints on the projects that they need to complete. So have that conversation with your realtor ahead of time. When do you plan on having your photographer come? When do you plan to put it, you know, launch it on the MLS? So that, you know, when you're looking at these repairs or the things that need to be addressed prior to listing, that you can keep their time constraints in mind.
Right. So, and, you know, just kind of picking up again on those difficult conversations. If you are new to home staging and doing consultations, I will say it again, you are going to run into weird, awkward, interesting situations. And you want to be as mentally prepared yourself for these things as well. So, you know, remember the sandwich strategy. I think, you know what, this is something that we run into without fail. We always find that we have clients whose children's bedrooms are painted in really bright colors. Right. Super cute for the kids, but not so cute for potential buyers. So, you know, an example of how that conversation goes is, you know, we might say, this bubblegum pink is adorable. I know your little one loves this color, and I think it's very sweet for kids. However, we are not sure that the potential buyers that are coming to look at your home have children of their own, or even like children.
You don't know. You don't know.
You don't know. Maybe they don't even like kids. The idea is that we are preparing this home to appeal to the broadest possible range of buyers. And bubblegum pink bedrooms do not speak to a broad range of buyers. So you find a way to say to the homeowner, I think the pink is really sweet. I love that you chose it for your daughter, but let's think about how we appeal to the broadest range of buyers. Let's consider painting this room a neutral shade so that it really appeals to as many people as possible. And that when a homeowner comes, or not a homeowner, pardon me, when a potential buyer comes in and sees this space, it is a neutral palette and they can envision how they, as the potential buyer, will use the space, not how you, as the homeowner, are currently using the space. Exactly. And that's what you got to articulate to your client homeowner.
Exactly. And you can always blame photography. You could say like, wow, you know, I really love the fuchsia walls, but it doesn't translate well in the photography. So, you know, maybe slapping a quick coat of paint on, and here are our 5 favorite paint colors. Bring your paint wheel with you. Y'all, you can go to Sherwin-Williams or Benjamin Moore and tell them that you have a staging business and they'll give you paint wheels for free. Take it with you. Mark off the top 5, you know, tried and true colors that you know look really good in pictures, and offer those suggestions to your client right there on the spot. Yeah. You'll come across looking really prepared, really professional.
Yeah, we actually do that. We actually have sticky tabs in our paint decks, and we open to the same tried and true colors. And to be honest with you, I keep thinking back to what it was like for us when we started, because we know that's where you guys are at. Many of you are at. Some of you we know are seasoned home stagers, and we're delighted to have you guys as well. But we didn't know what paint colors were best. So you know what we did? We looked around our own homes. This paint color behind us is called rhinestone. We're in Erin's home dining room right now. And this is a paint color that we started using and recommending to clients right from the start. And we still recommend this color 4 years later because it's a really great neutral gray. And I don't know about where you live specifically, but where we live in coastal North Carolina on the East Coast, we are very much following the trends of soft grays and blues and greens. That's really what's on trend here. Right. So look, use what you have, you know, use your own home to inspire paint colors. Or if you are someplace or in somebody else's home and you see a paint color that you like, ask them what it is and use that to recommend. Because if you've seen it on the walls in somebody's house, you know what it looks like, you can feel confident to recommend it to a client. Exactly. Because those wheels are big and overwhelming.
They are big. They're big. Yeah. Just narrowing it down to a handful of like our favorite, you know, our top 5 tried and true colors that we use over and over again. It works. Yeah. And it works well with our staging inventory. So that's just a factor we keep in mind. So what are some other like difficult situations we've run into?
Oh, well,
the lawnmowers.
Oh, the lawnmowers, dude. So we find the weirdest things. This one guy, I went into this gorgeous home and we got out to the garage. By the way, don't forget to consider the garage when you're doing your walkthrough. That space is as important as any when you're doing your consultation. I got out into the garage and he must have had, I don't know, 4 or 5, maybe there were more lawnmowers. They were riding lawnmowers and pushing lawnmowers. I was just stunned. But, you know, kind of trying to find a way to have that conversation. Like, obviously, all of those lawnmowers are taking up valuable real estate. I want that garage to be as empty as possible so that potential buyers can envision their own cars and their bicycles and their recreational toys and whatever it is. So I got to find a way to tactfully tell Bob that we can't keep all 15 of his lawnmowers, you know, in the garage.
Yeah. So you can say that in a way like, hey, are you planning on taking all of these with you to the new house? Or, you know, do you think we can unload a couple of them? You know, by preparing them, by saying, listen, you're getting ready to move anyhow. So go ahead and purge what you don't need and pack what needs to be put out of sight. Kind of, you know, it softens the blow.
Yeah,
again, you know,
it does.
It does.
We do, on that note, we do ask clients. I feel like this is a question we get asked a lot, so I'm going to jump in on it. We do ask clients to pack things up and put things away, and it's okay to do that because one, they are moving. So oftentimes people have storage units, or they will consider a storage unit. And that's where you can get some of the unnecessary furniture if there's too many items in the home. Having them pack up tchotchkes and knickknacks and personal collections. Those are things you need out. Yeah. And sometimes if they don't have storage spaces, or they don't have the new home to move into yet, or the resources to rent, so it might be an expense people can't handle. Even just boxing up things from the interior of the house and then moving them to the shelves in the garage in a really orderly fashion.
Or the attic.
Or the attic, yeah, just to get things out and open the space happen.
To make it, make it photo ready.
Yeah.
Y'all, we read other bloggers, like other stagers blogs, and I was reading one the other day of like nightmare stories that happened to stagers.
Oh gosh.
And this was before staging had really caught on, you know, because of HGTV and, you know, all of these shows. And so the realtor asked the stager to show up, and when she showed up, the homeowner was belligerent from the get-go, and he was livid that his realtor felt that his house needed to be staged. So immediately he was on the defense. So she said in her story that while she was doing the walkthrough with the wife, he was hiding in the closets.
What?
And he would jump out and scare her because he wanted to hear what she was saying about his home.
Wow.
And he did it like several times.
Oh my gosh.
I'd be petrified. But yeah.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen often.
Doesn't happen. Never happened to us.
Could happen.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood. That is. So
if you guys have any funny stories, we'd like to hear them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You'll have some funny stories once you get started.
Oh yeah.
But don't be afraid. It's totally doable. Once you do a couple, you get the hang of it. The key is to, you know,
roll with it.
Roll with it. Be prepared.
Be prepared.
Okay, let's do strategy number 3.
Number 3.
This might be the most obvious and also the most important. You know, let's talk about this. We want to talk about how you, as the home staging professional, can stand out. How are you going to be memorable? What can you do to go the extra mile? What makes you stand out from all of the other home stagers in your community? When Erin and I started out 4.5 years ago, we were us and one other outfit. We were the only games in town. 4 years later, there are at least a dozen of us in our community. So we spend a lot of time thinking about how we can stand out, what sets us apart, what makes our business special or different from the rest, what makes you and your business memorable, how do you go an extra step so that you have a lasting impact on your clients and your referral sources.
Exactly. And guys, it's not difficult to stand out above the crowd. You got to figure out who you are and then own it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, own it when you talk, like have a memorable impact on the people who you come in contact with by, you know, figuring out who you are, what your strategy is, what your style is, and then show that to people with the enthusiasm that you have, right? Like, you know, show it to your builder, show it to your realtor, show it to your clients, and then make it personal. And a lot of these tips don't require a lot of effort or money. They're just kind of common sense, extra steps that you can take to leave a lasting impression on your client.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love what you said about being yourself.
Yeah.
And I think back to the beginning, and I think that we were struggling with, what do home stagers look like?
Right.
You know, what do home stagers wear? How do they act?
Right.
You know, and while that might seem trite, it wasn't for us at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because we didn't really know. And we tried on a lot of other people's things.
Yeah.
You know,
in
we
terms
saw
of style, especially.
Yeah, in terms of style, right? We
Yeah.
saw other design firms and you know dressed to the nines and
Yeah.
doing their thing. We became our best when we started being most true to ourselves. And sometimes, and while we are always professional, we're also honest about who we are. And some days, you know, that means that, you know, we are in yoga pants and pigtails.
Yeah. Showing up straight from the gym, or, you know, straight from preschool drop off to a client's house. And you have food on your shirt, whatever.
Yeah.
Just being who you are and being comfortable in your own skin is super important.
We work hard, but we don't overpromise, and we don't underpromise either. We're willing to be scrappy and bust our tails and let people know we're willing to work for them. So let's tell them about some of the ways that we like tangibly like make ourselves stand out.
Yeah. So number one is follow up with a thank you phone call. That's that easy, right? Or you do a walkthrough with a client, call the realtor afterwards and tell them how great it went and thank them so much for trusting you with their client's home, and thanking the client for trusting you with their most valuable commodity.
Yeah. It's a simple phone call. It takes 2 minutes of your time, and it's worth your while. It's worth your while. Another thing that we do, we advertise for our clients on our social media. So that means that, let's say we've just done a home staging consultation. When that house goes live on the MLS, we go ahead and post pictures and talk it up on our social media, which we have, you know, tens of thousands of followers on there. So there's a broad reach. We do, if there's going to be an open house, we go ahead and list that on our social media so that the homeowner gets all of this extra exposure.
Exactly.
And, you know, it's an extra service that we provide, but all it takes from us is a few extra minutes. It doesn't cost us anything extra to do.
Right.
It's just a few minutes extra time.
And it helps us at the same time, right? Yeah. Like we have the edited photography, we post the work that we've done, the before and after shots, and then it's fodder for our use on social media. So in the same vein, you know, compliment your realtor, talk them up, tag them in your photos. They love that. They totally love to be, you know, people love it when we love it when people tag us in their photos.
We love it.
Like, oh, you remembered us, you know? So do the same thing for your realtors. They will appreciate it. They will remember you the next time they need a stager.
They will. And honestly, we were laughing about this morning. Erin and I could tell you exactly what partners in our community have given us a shout out on their social media. That has a huge impact. Nobody ever complains when you sing their praises on your social media. Plus, I really value and trust when I see a realtor singing the praises of another service provider. I think to myself, ooh, I'm going to keep that person's name in mind. I'm going to use them down the road. So talk up and praise and thank and show gratitude for your realtors and your clients on your social media.
And tag them.
Tag them.
Love that.
They do love
that. Tag them. Yes.
All right. Another thing that you can do, speaking of open houses, this is such a simple little thing, but I've done this on my way to the gym. Erin's done this on a Saturday on the way to, you know, to drop her children off at soccer practice. If you know that the open house is coming up, maybe it's for a listing that you staged, or maybe it's a listing that you've had nothing to do with, but it's just a realtor in the community that you're trying to build some rapport with. Stop into the open house, show your face, say hello. If you're feeling terribly ambitious, bring a little something with you. You know, if it's a realtor that you know is there, bring her a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Plate of cookies. Fresh flowers go a long way. Yeah. Just something thoughtful. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. Just go the extra mile, and then people will remember you for it.
Right.
Yeah. So the next thing is send a handwritten thank you note Right. This is like a lost art. I used to do it a lot when I was younger, and I kind of, it's easier to send a text. It's faster. But what we've done is we had our local print shop make some postcards, and this doubles as advertising material for us. So we'll use this in homes. It has our contact information on the back. We'll leave these in homes that we've staged so people can get in touch with us if they like our work. And then we'll use it for a thank you note after we've done a staging gig. They see it.
They see
you
it.
Like it? It's pretty.
It helps to see, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is. And you could get with like a local graphic designer to create these sorts of things for you too. We'll use them as a thank you note after a gig. We will, when times are slow and we need to generate more business, we'll send a little note out to people who follow us on Instagram. Hey, I love watching your Instagram feed. Please let us know if we can help you with staging services. So this is kind of a one size fits all kind of advertising strategy that we use. And it's not an expensive way of doing things. It's just
it is not.
And people love them.
It is thoughtful. And here's another example. This isn't a postcard per se. This is actually a flyer that we've had printed up and that we put out in the houses that we actually physically stage, or we give it to potential clients. And on the front, there are pictures of our work. And this goes a little more in detail about the services, the types of services that we offer. There's a category for homeowners who need staging, vacation rental owners. And then, same on the back. Aw, thank you, Molly. Molly said it's pretty. But you'll see down here again, at the risk of putting our faces a lot of places, we make a point of making sure that all of our materials show our faces. It's important that our partners in the community, we recognize one another. We want to increase that actual physical visibility. So when we bump into each other, they're like, you guys are those stagers from Revisions, or we recognize you, we saw your picture. It's a nice way to really put yourself out there. So
exactly. And then this is just one more thing. This is one of the first ones that we made back in the day. And we framed these up and we set them around in the houses that we stage, along with a little stack of like business cards on a little stand. So just some inexpensive ways of staying in contact with your clients, and handwritten notes go a long way, guys. I mean, I can remember every handwritten note I've received in the past 12 months.
Yeah.
Because it's like 4.
Yes, they matter. And Molly, I see you have some other questions. Actually, several of you have questions, and we are going to get to those at the end. But just because this is relevant, Molly, you're asking, who did you get the postcard from? We use a local print shop. Shop local, y'all, in your own communities if you can. Ours is called Copycat. We just sent them some of our photos that we took with our Light and Airy app that we're sharing a coupon code with you guys today for. And then the Copycat designed this. They just put it together. We said, we want a marketing postcard that we can use for thank you notes. Yep. And they whipped this up, and 2 days later we had postcards, and they were relatively inexpensive. Do you remember what these cost?
I think we had like 200 of them printed, and then including the graphic design time, maybe it was $100.
Yeah,
but
I don't think it was even that much.
Right? Like,
totally worth it.
Send those postcards out, and then we get a phone call from somebody, and he's like, hey, I got your postcard.
Yeah.
I don't know how you found me, but I need a stager.
We've actually, we just did a round of postcards. Actually, while Erin was laid up with her broken leg, she got very busy with the postcards. We got a bunch of staging gigs out of that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Anyway, okay, so just to jump back to a couple of more ways that you can be memorable and stand out in your community. We're sharing a lot of ways that we do it without spending any money at all. Right. But we would be remiss if we didn't say and mention that we do sometimes spend money. Again, not necessarily a lot, but if we have a client or a realtor who's given us a really big job or a really special opportunity, or it's somebody that we really want to develop a relationship with, we will go that extra step. Sometimes it's a $15 or a $20 gift certificate to a local coffee shop. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's a larger gift certificate for a really nice dinner out, again, to one of our local restaurants. Shop local. Did I say that 6 times already?
Shop local, y'all.
Support your community. You guys are a local business in your own community. And there's a huge opportunity for you to support other small businesses. There's a whole nother, that's a whole topic for another day that we're gonna have with you, but it's an important marketing niche for you in your community.
Exactly.
So
another thing that you can do to go the extra mile is write a Google or a Yelp review for your realtor after you've done work with them. Everybody appreciates that. And honestly, if you ask somebody to do a Google review for you, we always follow it with a handwritten thank you card. So, you know, that reciprocity is there. So
yes.
Go ahead and take a couple of seconds to write a Google review and stay in your realtor's good graces.
Oh, at the risk of sounding like absolute complete nerds, I cannot tell you how delighted Erin and I get every time we get a new Google review. We literally do this. We get we totally nerd out because not only does it make us feel like really good and validated about what we do, which is, we know how important that is. It's hard sometimes to be in business for yourself. But we know that these people cared enough to write something nice, and that potential clients who are Googling us are going to see that, and they're going to have the confidence to call us. So, all right. A couple more things for how to be memorable, because, oh my goodness, we're already getting to the end of our time. Ask your client how you can help. You might have all kinds of ideas about how to stand out to your client. Sometimes we overlook the very obvious, which is maybe somebody needs something. So just say to the realtor, hey, is there anything that we can help you to get ready for your open house next week? And she might say, or he might say, oh my gosh, yes, please. I am so swamped. Would you guys mind running it on your social media again?
Right.
Or call the homeowner if you know that their first open house is coming up. Call them a day or two before and say, hey, how are you feeling? Are you prepared? Any last minute details we can help you with? Anything you're stuck on? Give them a moment of your time. You will put them at ease, and they will remember you for that.
And then congratulate them. When their house is all ready and you see the photos on the MLS, give them a call and say, it looks great. We're so proud of you. You know, good luck. And congratulate them at the end when they close. Yeah. When they go under contract, you know, it's just those little things. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. And last but not least, ask people if they're happy with your work to refer you to a friend. Our business comes from word of mouth referrals and from social media marketing. And when I say marketing, we do not pay for advertisements on social media. We simply post regularly. And by we, I mean Erin. She is the queen of all of our things social media. I don't know how you do it. Thank you for doing it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I do it sometimes, not often.
You do. It's a lot.
All right, you guys, we have got to keep going because we've just got just 5 minutes left. So let's just do a super quick recap of this. Erin, what we have told you today, these are the exact strategies that Erin and I use, the most important strategies that we use from start to finish when we're doing home staging consultations. This system that we've developed is tried and true over 4 years, and it's how we actually literally do the work ourselves. So a quick recap. Erin, number 1.
Use your cheat sheet. It's crucial. Take those notes and write it all down so you don't miss anything.
That's right. Yes. Secondly, you've learned today that you need to make sure that your client is thoroughly prepared for the actual consultation visit so that you avoid misunderstandings, so that you avoid, hurt egos or hurt feelings, and so that you actually really get the most value and the most quality time together with the client while you're there for the visit.
Exactly. And then finally, like we've discussed ad nauseum, do what it takes to stand out from the crowd. Leave those lasting impressions with a personal touch, whatever that may be, whether it's phone calls or emails or handwritten notes or social media promotions or however you choose to, show appreciation to your clients. Do that part. It's a very important aspect to growing your business.
Yeah. Yes, it is. So, Jen Lilly says, this is getting me so pumped. So appreciate your time. Yay. We so appreciate you being here, Jen.
Yes.
This hour has totally flown by. So tell us, you guys, given the time that we've had together today, did we do a good job of giving you the information that you need so that you feel like you could go out and maybe book your first client today? Let us know in the chat room. Are you feeling good about what we've covered today? Let us know by saying yes. If you don't, you can say no. We're cool either way.
We do appreciate your feedback, guys. And yay, that's great. And we, if you're feeling that there's value in what we've shared today, there's more. Guys, we've developed all kinds of great resources to like super straightforward tools that will make this process easier for you. They're for entrepreneurs who are getting a jump start on their business, and that will give you the confidence to do your job effectively without the anxiety of not really knowing what to say. So from the get-go, that very first phone call you are prepared to get in there and start making money.
Yes. We developed this so that you don't have to waste your time. We found out the hard way. We've done the legwork. We've done it for you. You don't have to waste your time figuring it all out. We know how badly, if you're just starting, we actually know how badly you need these resources because we've been there. We've been in your shoes. We had nothing when we started. We had to figure it out the hard way, and we wasted a lot of time, and our time is money. So we wasted a lot of money as well.
It's true.
And we're going to spare you guys that if you want to take advantage of this opportunity. So this is a small investment, but we're going to show you that when you use the organizational resources that we've put together, it's going to be well worth your time and effort.
Yeah. So if you're concerned about putting any sort of investment into, these sorts of resources, just think of it this way. If you, for the very small cost of an investment, and you start doing your staging consultations, you're going to get an immediate return on your investment. So, within your first or second consultation, you will have already paid for these documents, and you're back in the black, and
right.
You're making that money.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Just to give you an idea, we don't know what your specific market is unless we've discussed it with you personally, and several of you we actually have. But in our market, we can speak to that. Right now, our consultation rate for this 2-hour service is $200. Mm-hmm. And that works in our market. It's comparable to other staging consultation services in the area, but literally $200. As an investment, you can see how investing in the resources that we've created will pay for themselves the first time you do it. And then you've still got this resource tool to use for every single future client that you have. And I assure you, Erin and I have been doing this for 4.5 years. We use our tools every single stinking time because we've tried it without it. I have tried it without it. It doesn't work. I can't remember. I can't get it all.
Yeah.
So.
And guys, if you live in a bigger city, we're in like small town North Carolina, we can get $200 per consultation. If you're in a bigger city, you can probably get a lot more than that. So you have to kind of feel out your market and figure out what folks are charging in that area.
Right.
So,
okay, so let us show you what you're getting if you choose to invest. Here's a quick little video, and we're going to show you also when you invest in our home staging consultation resource package, you are going to get the complete 18-page checklist. Yes, it is 18 pages. No, you do not have to use all 18 of those pages, but you will. We know from experience. You get this full checklist, and then in addition to this, we have created a guide. And this guide tells you how to use the checklist, but it also gives you talking points. If you look here, these blue and burgundy bubbles, these are the actual scripts that tell you exactly what to say to your clients, what to say to your realtors. Mm-hmm. And we even give you at the end of the process, the follow-up emails. This is the email that you send to your realtor. This is the email that you send to your client.
Exactly. And this is so great. It includes like pro tips that we've learned along the way. It's really easy to read, and it kind of takes it takes that guesswork out of having these conversations with your clients and your realtors. So to make sure that you have all the tools that you need to fully empower your clients, we've included the Homeowner's Ultimate Cleaning Guide and the Homeowner's Open House Ready Guide. And this is just a one-page checklist that you hand to your homeowners. And this, I saw there was a question about, do we do the cleaning? And the honest truth is, in the beginning, we cleaned a couple of houses, and that got old very fast.
Oh, it's really hard. It sucks.
It's a lot of work.
Think that through. That's another conversation.
Yeah. So yes, we have done the cleaning, and no, we don't recommend it. But get a good housekeeper on your list of trusted contractors that you hand to your clients, and you can show them, or when you leave your consultation, hand them the ultimate cleaning checklist and hand them the Homeowner's Open House Ready Guide. And this tells them all the tips, like, get a laundry basket, right, and do a sweep around the house and take all of the toothbrushes and the razors and all that. throw it into the laundry basket and take it out before you leave for your open house.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's all of those little tips, and we make it really easy for you to just hand it to your homeowner. And then you know, you don't have to go over the fact that they need to, you know, clean their countertops or clean out the insides of their cabinets.
Yeah. We should mention that the checklist itself, we designed that tool so that you can use it as you walk through and do the visit. And then when you end the visit, you can literally hand the checklist to the homeowner, and it is a tool for them to work off of so they know exactly what they are to do.
Can you see that, guys?
So, right.
Very detailed.
So this is, we normally actually sell this. You can look at our website. This is normally available for $2.99. You get all 4 of these resources. Because you guys took your time to join us today, we're giving you 50% off. You can get all 4 of these resources and these tools for half of that price today.
Yes, yes. And in addition to that, we're going to give you a 20% off coupon code so that you can download our home staging contract template that I know that we talked to you about before. It was written by an attorney. It covers your bases. It covers your assets, your liabilities. It takes all of the stressful stuff out of starting a business that we struggle with, and new business owners struggle with. So you can get 20% off of that. It's normally $99. So in addition to 50% off our regularly priced home staging consultation checklist, you can get 20% off of your photography presets app from the Light and Airy Photography, and 20% off of our home staging contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you think this is going to be helpful, take advantage of the savings. We're running that let's run that for 48 hours.
48 hours.
48 hours.
Yeah.
We'll run that for 48 hours so that you can take a minute to look at it. We can share some more information with you, and let us take the guesswork out of it so you guys can focus on the fun, creative side of home staging, which is the reason that we all got into it, right? Yes. So, yeah. All right, we have hit the 1 hour mark, and we are not going to take up any more of your time, but we will, if anybody wants to stick around with us for a few more minutes, let's stay open. We have some questions from you guys. Yeah. And let me assure you, if we can't answer your question right now today because of limited time on your end, not to worry. Most of you already know that if you ask us a question on YouTube or if you email us, Erin and I answer your questions personally, usually the same day. We love doing it. So not to fear, we will speak with you. We will help you. This is why we're here. We're here to support you and to help you build your businesses. We love what we do.
We love it.
We love it.
It's so much fun.
So much fun.
It keeps us going.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to go over a couple of your questions, and let's see here. So no, we don't clean. We don't clean anymore. We did one time. We were at the house until like midnight. It was ridiculous how much work we did.
Right. Thank you guys for this amazing feedback. Yeah. We've been so busy talking that we haven't been reading, but it is awesome to see your love and support.
Yes, we love it.
Glad you're enjoying this.
Yes. Okay. Would you consider doing another webinar on vacant homes? Yeah. Send us more details about what you want to know about staging vacant homes, and we'll brainstorm. And if we could do a webinar, we could do YouTube videos.
Yes. And yes, Sarah, you can buy this later today with the discount. We're going to keep the discount open just for you guys who attended the webinar today. There's a lot of you. Thank you all for being here. We're going to keep it open for you guys for 48 hours. Yes. So just holler at us and we'll get you hooked up.
Yes. Okay. At the consultation, do you discuss the actual plan for each room you stage? I'm sure the clients want to know all of the details. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. When we're talking about how many details we cover in this consultation, so like, for example, we start at the outdoors and it's like front door. Do we clean? Do we paint? Do we place the house numbers? Decor. Do we add a wreath? Do we fill the planters? Do we replace the welcome mat? I mean, we hit every single possible detail that we could possibly come up with.
Yes.
To share with your homeowner. So this is about as detailed as it gets. And then when you're done, you check things off the list. There are places for notes here that you can, put down your painter's phone number, and if the pool needs to be cleaned or repaired, you can put a pool person, if you have somebody, put those resources on here, and then you can hand this whole thing to your client, and they have a one-stop shop that they can go to and make sure that they don't forget anything that you guys discussed during your meeting.
That's right. That's right. And Hannah says, how do you access the light and airy preset? You guys are going to get a follow-up email from us that's coming to you via Zoom. And on that email, look for that. You're going to see all of the discount codes that you need for this complete resource package and for the light and airy preset. And you know what? Let's throw in the home staging contract, a discount on our home staging contract.
It's on there.
Yep. Oh, it's on there.
Off for the home staging contract,
awesome.
As well as the light and airy. Yeah. And you know what, Paige, I was reading your question again. When we discuss the actual plan for the room, so if there's something like if we're moving furniture during or if we are telling the client to move furniture, like, okay, I think this bed would be better against this wall and move this piece of art here, we would note that on our checklist, or we can do it right there if we have the time and the energy and the physical resources to move furniture at that time. So yeah, we discuss it and we do as much as we can on the job site. So I hope that answers your question.
All right, you guys, I feel like this was not enough time, but thank you so much for joining us. This is super fun.
It is super fun. We appreciate you all so much, and keep the questions coming. We'll send you a follow-up email with all of these coupon codes for you. If you have any issues with the website, like we said, this is all new to us. So shoot us an email. Our contact information is on there. And we'll get it sorted out for you. And we appreciate you all so much.
You guys are amazing. Thank you for letting us be a part of building your home staging businesses. We're here for you.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Guys, take care.
Peace.
Bye.